What happens when an AI model has 2.4 trillion parameters, a million token context window, and enough computing power behind it to make ordinary laptops look like calculators? Alibaba's Qwen 3.8 Max has arrived with a very simple goal: compete with the biggest AI models on the planet without playing by exactly the same rules. And this time, the interesting part is not just the giant number on the specification sheet. Qwen 3.8 Max is Alibaba's latest flagship AI model, built with a huge 2.4 trillion parameters using a mixture of experts' design. The full model is not used for every request. Around 95 billion parameters are activated at a time, allowing different experts to handle different tasks. It also supports a massive 1 million token context window, making it capable of handling large documents, code bases, and research material in one session. But a huge parameter count does not automatically make an AI smarter. Training, architecture, reasoning, and real-world performance matter just as much. Qwen 3.8 Max is built for more than chatting, with a strong focus on agentic AI that can plan tasks, use tools, check results, and continue working. For coding, that means the model can inspect files, write code, run commands, find errors and fix them, instead of simply waiting for another prompt. It also supports text, images, and video, allowing visual information such as charts, screenshots, and documents to become part of the reasoning process. The combination of long context, tool use, and multimodal abilities makes Qwen 3.8 Max much more than just another large chatbot. The 1 million token context window allows Qwen 3.8 Max to process enormous amounts of information without constantly breaking everything into smaller pieces. Large software projects, long reports, and huge collections of notes can stay inside the same working context, which is especially useful for AI agents. Long tasks can generate thousands of steps, so keeping more previous information available can help the model maintain continuity and context. Still, a larger context does not guarantee perfect memory, because understanding and using every detail correctly is a completely different challenge. Coding is one of the areas where Qwen 3.8 Max is trying to punch above its weight. Alibaba has positioned the model around software development, computer use, and long-running agent tasks. Its published results are especially strong on several coding and software benchmarks. On Terminal Bench 2.1, Qwen 3.8 Max scored 86.6, beating the 84.6 score reported for Anthropic's Fable 5 in the same comparison. On Paperbench, it reached 93, while Fable 5 was listed at 88.8. But the story is not a clean sweep. On SWE Bench Pro, Qwen 3.8 Max scored 67.7, while Fable 5 reached 80. On Frontier SWE, Qwen scored 73.5, compared with 88.8 for Fable 5, and that is exactly why benchmark tables need to be read carefully. A model can dominate one test and lose badly on another. There is no single magical number that decides which AI is the smartest. The bigger takeaway is that Qwen 3.8 Max is now operating in the same general performance conversation as the top closed models, especially for agentic coding. One of the more interesting areas is computer use. Instead of only producing text, an AI agent can interact with software interfaces, inspect what is happening, and take actions. Qwen's published results put it near the top in several visual and computer use evaluations. OS World Verified is especially important because it tests whether an AI can perform real computer tasks rather than simply answer questions about them. This is a major shift in how AI assistants are being built. The future assistant may not just tell someone which button to press. It may open the application, find the button, perform the action, and check whether the result is correct. That creates a new problem too. Mistakes become more expensive. A wrong sentence is annoying. A wrong click inside a financial system can be much worse. So, computer use models need not only intelligence, but also reliable planning and strong safety controls. Qwen 3.8 Max is also designed to understand more than text. Images, video, and documents can become part of the same workflow. That matters because real-world information is messy. A business report might contain tables. A technical document might contain diagrams. A website might be mostly visual. A software project can include screenshots, logs, and interface layouts. A model that can combine these inputs has a better chance of understanding the full task instead of only reading the words around it. Qwen's reported benchmark results are particularly strong in multimodal reasoning, document understanding, and visual tasks. That suggests the model is not simply a coding specialist with a vision feature added on top. Visual understanding is becoming a core part of the system. And this is where things get interesting for developers. If an AI can see the output of the software it just built, it can potentially use that information to find problems and correct them. The loop becomes build, inspect, fix, test, repeat. Now comes the part that can make developers pay attention very quickly. Pricing. The published API pricing for Qwen 3.8 Max is around $2 per million input tokens and $6 per million output tokens, with cached input priced far lower at about 25 cents per million tokens. That makes the model considerably cheaper than many top-end closed alternatives. Why does caching matter? Because agents often send the same background information again and again. A large codebase, system instructions, or project context may appear across many requests. If that repeated information can be cached cheaply, long agent sessions become much more affordable. For heavy users, the difference can add up quickly. A model that is slightly cheaper per token may not look exciting on paper, but when an agent burns through millions of tokens while working on a large project, the bill starts behaving like it has personal ambitions. Still, pricing should not be judged in isolation. Actual cost depends on how much reasoning, context, and tool use a workload requires. Alibaba's move to release Qwen 3.8 Max as open weights could let researchers and companies study, host, and customize the model instead of relying only on Alibaba's API. However, a 2.4 trillion parameter model still requires massive computing power, so running it locally on a normal gaming PC is not realistic. The real advantage is flexibility. Companies can host it themselves, researchers can study it, and developers can build specialized AI systems around it. Qwen 3.8. Max is impressive, but benchmarks alone cannot prove that it is the best AI. Consistency, accuracy, tool use, and coding quality matter just as much in real-world tasks. The open-weight release is also not a free-for-all, since developers still need to check the license and commercial usage terms before deploying it. Meanwhile, Kimi K3, DeepSeek, and other Chinese models are moving quickly, while American AI companies continue releasing powerful systems, making the competition tighter than ever. The bigger story is not just the 2.4 trillion parameter model, but the growing competition between closed AI systems and open models that offer cheaper access and greater flexibility. Qwen 3.8. Max could give developers, researchers, and businesses access to powerful AI agents, coding tools, and customizable models without depending entirely on one provider. When powerful models become cheaper and more open, competitors are forced to respond, and that competition ultimately gives users better AI for less money. Qwen 3.8. Max combines 2.4 trillion parameters, 95 billion active parameters, a 1 million token context window, multimodal abilities, and strong agentic performance into one powerful system. There are still questions around real-world reliability, licensing, and open-weight performance. But the model has clearly entered the top tier of the AI race. So is Qwen 3.8 Max the new king of AI? Not yet, but it has definitely entered the competition, and that crown may not stay in one place for long. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content.